Okay, so please take out your workbook. Yesterday we had a few homework questions left. On question 5, okay, the question on money. I have helped you come up with the two equations that are required in order to solve this problem. And as with all our simultaneous equations in our syllabus, all of the simultaneous equations, we confirm definitely can solve using either elimination or substitution. Okay, so let me make things neater over here. Don't need all this. So these are our two equations. To solve them, I think both substitution and elimination are just as straightforward in this case. Okay, so let me try using substitution. Okay, I will choose to start with equation number 1 for substitution because both my x and y, both of them are coefficient is already 1. So it is easy to make one of them the subject. So let me try make x a subject. From 1, x is equal to 20 minus y. Okay, so this over here, you can choose to call it equation number 3. This is my equation number 3. Equation number 3 came from equation number 1. And what am I going to do with this? It is to sub into equation number 2. Okay? Seriously, how many options do you have? You, from equation number 1, you wrote down that x is 20 minus y, right? Does it make any sense for you to substitute it back into equation number 1? It doesn't make sense because that's where you got it from. You have to make use of the other equation. So you must sub into equation number 2. So let us follow. Okay, so every time I see the x in equation number 2, I will change it to become 20 minus y. So copy down equation number 2. 0.5 y plus 0.2. Now I see the x appearing, so I'm going to replace it. I'm going to substitute it with 20 minus y. And this is supposed to be equal to 5.5. Okay? So we compare equation 2 with what I've just written. 0.5y, 0.5y, same. Plus and plus, same. 0.2, 0.2, same. Now the x is replaced by 20 minus y over here. This x becomes 20 minus y. Then our equal sign, same, 5.5, 5.5. Literally just substitute. Now we have a new equation with only one unknown. One equation with one unknown, we definitely can solve it. What we will need to do now is to expand. Okay, 0.2 times 20, 0.2 times negative y. So 0.5y, because this is a positive. It is a positive 0.2 in front of the bracket. When I remove the bracket, I do not need to change the sign. So this is plus, what is 0.2 times 20? So if I unsure, use our calculator. 0.2 times 20, we get 4. Okay, so 4. And after that, 0.2 times negative y. Because this is a positive, this sign will not change. So it becomes minus 0.2 y, and this is 5.5. Group all the like terms together. In this case, will be our y terms. 0.5 minus 0.2, total we get 0.3y. Now, this will be equal to 5.5 minus 4. Okay? Like what you all like to say, I move the 4 over. No, what we are actually doing is we subtract 4 on both sides, resulting in 1.5. Next, we want to find the value of y. If 0.3 times something, this something is actually our y. 0.3 times something is 1.5. What must that something be? 0.3 times something is 1.5. What is that something? In order to find out, we we have to plus, minus, times, or divide? Divide by how much? 0.3. 1.5 divided by 0.3 results in 5. So the value of y is actually 5. Okay, and what exactly does y represent? Y is the number of 50-cent coins. So he has 5 50-cent coins. Then how many 20-cent coins does he have? So I'm going to continue over here. Y is equal to 5. That is part of the answer. I still need to find x. What should I substitute this into? You have 3 options. Equation 1, equation 2, equation 3. I want to find x. Look at the 3 equations carefully. What is the best to substitute into? Look carefully at all of them. Consider all of them. Yeah, I see some correct answers already. All of them will work. All of them will work. But there is one equation that is easiest. Which is it? 3. Why equation number 3? Because in equation 3, x is already the subject. Then you don't need to do any more extra calculation. Sub into equation number 3. Alright, so we have x. This is my equation number 3. X is now equal to 20 minus 5. Results in 15. Done. Do you have the correct answer? Whether it is elimination or substitution, you must still get the same answer. If you didn't get the correct answer, it means there's a careless mistake somewhere. Because I trust that you guys already have the necessary skills to do either elimination or substitution. So question 6. This is also our homework question. Equilateral triangle. What are the properties of an equilateral triangle? Equilateral triangle like this. All sides are equal. Okay, if all sides are equal, what can you tell me about the 3 angles? Also same angles, right? If all the angles are the same, what can you tell me about one of the angle? How do you get 60? Why 180? Because total angle in a triangle is 180. Since 3 angles are the same, divide by 3, you get 60 each. Okay, so that's a quick recap on our equilateral triangles. We mentioned that all the lengths must be the same. So what can you tell me about this length? What is this equal to in centimeters? Length, not angle. How much is this in cm? How much? 5 cm. How you know it's 5 cm? Because must be the same, and this is already 5 cm, right? So if they are all 5 cm, our first equation is very straightforward. 2x minus y equals to 5. Do you agree? And we call this equation number 1. Can you write down equation number 2? Which you should have as part of your homework. And it should look like this. X plus 2y equals to 5. This is equation number 2. Okay, right now, since we have been using substitution, do you want to try elimination or you still want to go ahead with substitution? Which one is easier over here? I will go with the majority. Who wants elimination? Raise your hand. Who wants substitution? Okay, let's go with substitution. You want to use equation 1 or equation number 2? Equation number 1, okay. From equation number 1, do you want to make x the subject or y the subject? You want to make y the subject, right? Because y has a coefficient of -1, meaning the number in front of the y is a -1. It is easier as compared to this 2, where you still have to divide later on. Okay, so from equation number 1, y is going to be equal to 2x minus 5. Are you able to do this in one step by yourself? If you can, go ahead. If you need a few more steps, okay, that means I need to add y to both sides. That means 2x equals to 5 plus y. Then I need to minus 5 on both sides. So 2x minus 5 equals to y. Go ahead. Now from substitution method, after you come up with your new equation. What shall we call this equation? 3. Let's call this equation number 3. Where did I obtain this equation from? Where did I obtain this from? Equation 1 or 2? Obtaining from 1, right? So now I must sub into? Sub into 2, because it doesn't make sense to sub back into 1. Just for the fun of it. What happens if I sub back into 1? Let's see. From 2x minus y equals to 5. This is equation number 1. Then you get y equals to 2x minus 5. This is equation number 3. If you choose to sub into 1, let's see what happens. Every time I see the y, I will change it to become 2x minus 5. Okay, so from here, see this is 2x. This is a minus. Minus y. Oh, minus y. I'm going to replace it with this. So minus 2x minus 5. And then copy down the equal sign. Equal to, copy down the 5. 5. Right? This is what happens if I substitute it back into equation number 1. What's the problem? We'll see. Expand 2x. There is a bracket. Remove it. Since it is negative, change. So change to become minus 2x. Change to become plus 5 equals to 5. Let's continue. 2x minus 2x, what is that? 0. What are we left with? 5 equal to 5. Is this useful? Who doesn't know 5 equal to 5? It's not useful, this is useless. And this happens when I sub into equation number 1. Because equation 3 was obtained from equation number 1. Okay, so when you're doing substitution, you make y the subject from equation number 1. Now you must sum into equation number 2. Then you can proceed. If for any reason you end up with something like this, you know why. Because you sub into the wrong equation. So let's continue. Every time I see a y in equation 2, I will change it to 2x minus 5. So let's start. X doesn't change. Plus 2, copy down, 2x minus 5, and this is equal to 5. Expand x plus 4x minus 10 equals to 5. 5x equals to 15. X equals to 3. You have x equals to 3? No, after this what happens? Sub into which equation? You have 3 choices again, 1, 2 or 3. Which one is easier? Got the answer ready? Whenever you are doing substitution, you should be substituting it back into equation number 3. Because that's how your substitution works. You made y the subject here already. Now you are trying to find y. Might as well substitute into equation number 3. Sub into equation number 3. Now if you sub into equation number 1, then you have 2 times 3 minus y equals to 5. And then you still need to go and find y. If you sub into equation number 2, you end up with 3 plus 2y equal to 5. You still need to go and find y. As compared to you sub straight away into equation number 3, they already tell you the answer for y. Okay, so we have y equals to 2 times of 3 minus 5, which is 1. Okay, and one last question. 7. Here we have a triangle and a rectangle, quite clearly different size, and quite clearly different perimeter. Triangle seems to be much smaller. So now we have to write out 2 equations in x and y. It is a similar question to the previous one. Okay, so let's take 3 minutes to form our equations first. Okay, we all should have the same equations. The first one from the triangle, 2x plus y is 20. From the rectangle, 6y plus 4x. 6y plus 4x is 80. Okay, now, part B, solve. Since we have been doing substitutions for most of our questions, for this one I would like to just use elimination. Okay, but I recognize that, equation number 1, there is a positive 1y. It makes sense to use substitution. But just to recap, I would like to use elimination over here. And I would like to eliminate x. Okay, so right now this is 2x. Here I have 4x. I want to change the 2x to become 4x by multiplying by 2. So equation number 1 times 2. So this gives me 4x plus 2y is 40. Equation number 3. Now I have 4x appearing already. So I'll take equation 2 minus equation 3. Equation number 2 on the left hand side, I have 6y plus 4x plus 4x minus away the left hand side, which is 4x, and I can see that the 4x is going to disappear, plus 2y. This results in 80 minus 40. This is elimination method. So 6y, let's expand, 6y plus 4x minus 4x. Because it is a minus sign in front of the bracket, when I remove the bracket, everything will flip. This is a positive 4x, it becomes negative 4x. This is a positive 2y, it becomes negative 2y. And this is equal to 40. 6y minus 2y. Total 4y. 4x minus 4x. Eliminated. This is where we eliminate. And this is equal to 40. And clearly y must be equal to 10. Since y is equal to 10, I now have to substitute it back somewhere. Either equation 1, 2, or 3. They will all work. What should we sum into? Sure, let's sum into 1. Sub into 1. So now, copy down the equation. 2x. I don't know what x is. I want to find out. 2x plus y. Now y is equal to 10. This is equal to 20. 2x plus 10 is 20. I want to find the value of x. Means I don't want that 10 over there. 2x is going to be equal to, how much is this? Something plus 10 is 20. What is the something? 20 minus 10, and the answer is 10. You only have 10 plus 10 equal to 20. Can't be anything else. Okay, 2 times something is equal to 10. What is the something? X equal to 5. How do we get 5? 10 divided by 2. Yeah, done. Y is 10, x is 5. Finish.